Hello, my name is Greg Gibson. Among my friends and family, I'm known for being honest and have values, and even in the online marketing community. What I want to do today is share with you what has been working for me to help my business grow, and also what has helped me to build brand loyalty and goodwill without being obnoxious and being salesy. Okay, so let's get started. I have this, what I want to do is today is talk to you about what I will call the TLC formula, which stands for traffic, leads, and conversion. I'm going to make this short. I'm not going to keep you on here for hours. I just want to give you the facts, okay? So here we go. Normally, here's how a normal traffic pattern works. And so this P stands for product, and this T stands for traffic. And what you would normally do is that you would advertise and you will send your traffic to this product. And let's say the product is it's an affiliate product or someone else's product to whom they're paying you commission. So it could be an affiliate product, it can be a network marketing product, but this is what most people do. There's a reason why you do that too. Okay, so what you're doing here is that you're sending your traffic to the other or to your program site. And when you're sending your traffic to the program site, you are generally using their landing pages, or you're using the landing page that they provided for you. Now, there's a problem with that because let's say, for instance, let's just imagine that whatever program in which you are pitching or whatever affiliate program in which you're pitching, that it's a very popular program. So you may have one, you may have 100, you may have multiple, you will have multiple people using that exact same landing page. So if that's the case, then it'd be hard for you to actually rank that page in Google. So that's the first thing. And then plus, if some people are, or if you try to use certain types of ads or certain types of ways to gain leads, most advertisers they don't want to use that. But overall, here's what you're doing. You're building someone else's list. Okay? Now, building their list. You don't want to build someone else's list because when you're building their list, you're helping their business, but what are you doing for your own self, right? So, here's what you should be doing. As opposed to sending your traffic straight to their product, you should be sending your traffic to a squeeze page, all right? You never send traffic to your program first. You always send it to your squeeze page, and then from your squeeze page, then you take the person to your product page or to your money page. What you're doing is that you're building your list. You always need to build your list. Your list is your most valuable asset. So why wouldn't you build it, right? So always build your list, okay? And then you want to test everything. What do I mean by testing everything? By testing everything, what I mean is that you're going to test multiple squeeze pages. So you don't want to have just one squeeze page. You may want to have two or three or, how many others, but you want to test one squeeze page against the other. Okay, this is part of the TLC formula, that you're testing one against the other because you're trying to find out with cold, hard facts which one works the best, which one converts the best. So what you're doing is sending your traffic to your squeeze pages, which is put on a rotator, and all of those are pointed towards your product page. Okay? Okay, so this is what I've just described for you here. So you have various forms of actually sending traffic. There are more than these, but your traffic is going to your squeeze page, to where you're building your list, and then you're sending those customers to your product page, and this is on a rotator. Excuse me, I'm going to put together another email for you, which will talk about how to do the rotator and things like that, okay? So, now it's time to be different. The reason why this structure works, and it's a lot more complicated than what it seems, is because you're being different. First of all, even though you're marketing program XYZ, and let's pretend that this is a very popular program, your people are coming through your lead page before they get to XYZ. So that means that this lead page, if you market it correctly, you can use it for SEOs, you can use it for solo ads, you can use it in places to where you cannot, or where it will not work just as well if you were sending them straight to your product page. Okay? So what are you doing here? You're marketing yourself first. You know, when I say market your program here, what I mean basically is that you're marketing you first. Point out why they need your product before they get to your sales page. So right here, what you're basically doing is that you're looking at the benefits of a person having your product, and you're putting those benefits along your squeeze page. So you're pointing out a need for this product here before they get here, which is going to pre-sell them. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too. But that's what you're doing there. You're actually using your squeeze page or your funnel to actually point the person to the product in which you want them to actually purchase. Okay, important. Our income is often directly proportioned to the amount of goodwill that we spread in the industry. So what does that mean? What that basically means is that you must provide valuable content. The days of, let's say, putting out just anything are actually gone. You must provide valuable content. You must give something of value. And the more value you give, actually, the more you're going to get back in return. That's what that statement means. So don't focus on how much can I make. Focus on giving value. Now, the two best ways to increase profits are, number one, you can optimize your conversion process. And by optimize, what I mean, again, is you want to test your landing pages or your squeeze pages, test one against the other, or you can test 3 against 3 or 5 against 5. And the one that converts the most, that's the one to where you're going to point all your traffic to. But you want to have cold, hard data as opposed to which one to which you like the most. And another way to increase profits is simple. Just increase the price. You know, it takes just as much effort to sell a $49 product as what it does to take a $1,000 product. Okay, but if you own your own product, there are certain ways in which you can increase the price, or there are certain ways in which you can sell a high ticket item. What are the two main reasons why people don't buy? All right, first one, if they don't want it. Whatever it is in which you have it, they just don't want it. And if they don't want your product, there's nothing you can do. Okay? And then the second reason is that they don't trust you. Now that you can do something about, and you can do something about that through indoctrination. Indoctrination material builds trust, and we're going to go over that now with you. Okay? What that is that could be a video. You know what? I apologize for that. That's samples. That's examples. I don't know what the heck I was doing there. But that could be a video. That could be a webinar. That could be PDF or a manifesto. These are all ways, are all tools to which you can build trust, indoctrinate, give valuable information. Okay, indoctrination. Here we go. Indoctrination builds desires. That's very important. We should never assume someone is going to buy our stuff immediately upon seeing us. We have to really indoctrinate them to feel like they know us, like they like us, and trust us, and they want our stuff. Building intrinsic value. Okay, to build intrinsic value, what you want to do is pre-frame. Pre-framing builds intrinsic value. Pre-framing could be someone introducing you, or pre-framing, you know what, the best way to look at pre-framing is this. If you are in front, or you were about to go on stage, and if someone was going to introduce you to 1,000 prospects, 1,000 of the perfect prospects for whatever it is to which you're selling, how or what would they say about you to introduce you on stage? That's pre-framing. Positioning is a huge intrinsic value builder. Position is, how do they see you? Such as, if you put out if you write a book, they may see you as an authority on that topic. You make a video, someone will see you, or they may see you as an authority on that topic. So these are, ways to actually position yourself to build intrinsic value. And as I said earlier, indoctrination builds intrinsic value. That's what drives the price up, intrinsic value. Total value actually drives price, but the most important part is intrinsic value. For example, the high-end Rolls Royce and the BMW, they're actually the same car, just a different different chassis, but they're made off the same line. So what's the difference? It's the value, or it is the intrinsic value that one sees, or that one thinks, or one feels with the Rolls Royce. That's it. It's the intrinsic value. Okay? But both cars will do the same thing. Both cars will take you clearly from point A to point B. So your job as a marketer is really simple. You want to do pre-framing. Okay? You want to build loyalty. You want to build trust. This all helps to build trust. You want to position yourself correctly, and you want to do indoctrination, which is building intrinsic value. These are 3 ways to build intrinsic value. All right, so now it's time for some really cool stuff. You said you would like to have a personal coach in the survey. This is a result from the survey. Let me show you something. Here is my personal coach, Drew. I have his phone number, I have his email, a calendar, everything. All right, this is just one of my personal coaches. Okay, so I understand, we all need a personal coach. That's how we go from point A to point B. Drew is a 7-figure earner in this industry, and I'm glad to have him because I can ask questions and get straight up answers. Some answers I may not want to hear, but I get the truth, and then after that, it's up to me to act upon that, right? You say that you like to have a real business opportunity that teaches you what to do step by step. Let me show you something. That's exactly what I have here. In this particular business, my top tier business, and you may have heard of that before, but bear with me. Here we go. 21 steps, 21 days of step by step of what to do. I'm telling you, that was, for me, that was, this was crazy. It's almost like getting a McDonald's franchise. McDonald's has a book that lays out how, what to do, how to make the hamburgers, how to make the fries, how to open the doors, everything. This is the same thing, a real business opportunity, just like a franchise. 21, you start off with the 21 steps. And what you're going to do in that program is you're going to learn, that program taught me how to put everything together. It taught me how to put a system together that works. You know what? The most important thing that I want to share with you about that is the sales funnel. Man, the sales funnel is fantastic because they do all the selling for you. I didn't mention that the personal coach, my personal coach, does the selling for me. So if it's a high ticket item, he will make the call, he will sell the person, and I will get the commission. I got to split some with him, of course, but he will do all that. What does that show you? Is that all I have to do is just know what the funnel is and drive business to the funnel, right? Okay, I didn't have to put together emails, not for that program, because the emails were already put together. Everything was already there. So the whole purpose of me showing you this is that if you're looking for something, well, you know what? The whole purpose of me showing you this, because I just want to share with you, this is the program as to what I'm doing, okay? And if you want to know more about that, in the bottom right hand corner, all of my information is there too. Nothing to hide. Well, by the way, everything, or if you do want to take part in the 21-day program, or 21 steps, it's only $49, and that's completely guaranteed. You have a 30-day warranty, so you can technically do the 21 steps, and if you don't like what you saw or heard or learned, ask for a refund. But otherwise than that, if you do decide, then I'm here to help you, and you will get your own personal coach, which will be there to help you also. That's a huge plus, big time, huge plus. So look out for your next email. I'm going to put together an email which is going to talk to you more about, let's talk about conversions next. Is that okay? Because if we talk about conversions, you need to understand the reason as to why you are testing and then how you can test. All right, so if you're interested, check out the cool stuff here. But more importantly, look out for that next email in a couple of days. I'm going to put together an email to where I promise you, we're going to talk about conversions. We're going to talk about how to set up a rotator, things like that. Okay. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.